It's what's described as a 17-piece swing big band originating from San Francisco that honors all classic American songbook crooners with a rock and roll twist. Here to tell us more about Sven and the Masterful Orchestra is Sven Soderlund. Sven, thanks so much for joining us
Thank you,
today.
Olivia. Thank you.
So nice to have you here. Now, when we hear that title, right, Sven and the Masterful Orchestra, what exactly does that entail?
It entails a big band, of course, and I started doing this about 7 years ago. The concept was 7 years of the month, actually. I started out as a guitar player. Both my parents were jazz musicians when I was a kid, so I played the circuit for about 35 years in different bands. About 7 years ago, thought up the concept, and within 6 months, I had a 17-piece orchestra. Lesser than that, actually.
Wow.
So,
and
yeah.
what went into planning that? How big of a change was that for you?
So there was a gentleman, my drummer, Eric. He was already in the industry for a minute, and I went to, they used to have something called People in Plazas downtown, so I actually met 3 or 4 of the members there first and branched out from there and found pretty much a lot of people on Facebook, actually.
Really?
So, yeah.
Okay, and then from here, Sven and the Masterful Orchestra was created, and
Correct.
like you said, 7 years later, now here you are. You're about to release a single tomorrow.
Releasing a single. We're doing a cover of Love on the Rocks by Neil Diamond. Just did a version of it. Came out really great. We recorded at Hyde Street Studios, kind of a classic place, and it was mastered at Abbey Road in London.
Wow, so literally all the legendary places, you're like, check, check, check.
Exactly. Gotta go big.
Now, how would you describe your genre or maybe the style that you do? Because it's a little different.
Correct. So I'm not a novelty crooner. I like to do the classics for people that are partial to it, but I also add rock and roll as well. A couple originals being wrote this year. So that's my twist, is just involved what I was raised on to some degree, and also do classics so it appeals to everybody. So it's important.
That's amazing. So you bring a little bit of your childhood with you and some of the classics, and then you put your own unique twist on a few things.
Totally, yeah.
I love that. Now, if people were to come watch Sven and the Masterful Orchestra, what would they expect from a performance?
A big band, a lot of interaction with the audience or whatever. I know a lot of people locally because I'm a native. I've been here quite some time. And so it's sort of a plethora of different people, and just a lot of classics, and then some rock and roll songs as well. So,
what are some of the classics, or maybe some of your favorite classics that people love to hear?
I Got You Under My Skin. We do Summer Wind.
Oh, that's a good one.
Fly Me to the Moon. I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Then we do a Doors song, Touch Me. We do a Thin Lizzy song, because I'm a rocker. So Dancing in the Moonlight, I had to do that because I had a lot of saxophone in it. So I tend to, you know, focus towards songs that have swing. You know what I mean? So it kind of blends in with what we're doing already, so. That's
amazing. Now, you have an upcoming performance, not just a single that's being released on Friday, but also a performance on Friday.
There's a method to this madness. So we have a show tomorrow at the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco. I think the doors are at 8, shows at 9. There's an opening band, one of my best friends who lives up north, and actually the band is here. They're called the Pine Box Boys. They'll be opening. And so it's going to be a great night. Really, really good.
Well, I know so many people are looking forward to it. How do they get tickets to come see your show?
You can go to www.gamh.com, and the tickets will be online there.
Now, Sven, I have to ask, you said both of your parents were jazz musicians growing up. How much of their influence do you see in your own music today?
A lot, actually. My mom used to listen to crooners in the 60s. And we have a reel-to-reel tape. My sister has it. You know, the old reel-to-reel tape.
Yes, like the VHSs.
And so they're singing What's New Pussycat by Tom Jones, and it's my sister. She was like 6 years old. It's really funny.
So she's also talented.
Totally, and everybody's like, they're all really small toddlers. I wasn't born yet. This isn't like...
Oh, wow,
This is like 63 or 64. So it's kind of cool.
Wow, that is so cool. And what would you say, maybe in terms of, how would you describe your own personal flavor that you put on things? Because I know you use old classics and your parents' influence, but what about you, Sven? I
like I said, getting back to the guitar thing. I still play guitar. In fact, I'm going to play guitar tomorrow night for a song, a solo. I wanted to just bend the rules of crooning to some degree. I want to keep playing the classics, but to me it's important to just experiment and do something. So I sort of bring sort of the rock influence to the table.
Yeah.
Because most of the guys that are in the band, they all are jazz musicians. They teach. A lot of them have graduated from several different conservatories of music or whatever. So I like to just mix it up a little bit. So.
I just think that your sound is so unique, and the way that you approach it is so unique,
Indeed.
which is absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
Now, if people are to come to your performance tomorrow, what do you hope they take away from the experience?
A lot of merch.
Get all the merch.
Just the fact that there's an orchestra in San Francisco that does classics for people of my age or a little older who grew up on that stuff, and also enjoy my twist on it as well. You know, I want to be able to introduce that, and I've been the last couple of years slowly. So.
Okay, one final time, all the details tomorrow night, the single and where you're performing.
Single Love on the Rocks, released on all digital platforms tomorrow. And we're playing at the Great American Music Hall in San Francisco. Tickets are $30 in advance, $35 at the door. The doors are at 8, show at 9.
Wonderful. Sven, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, Olivia.
Of course. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
As well.
Thank you.